Alright, good morning, guys.
Morning.
What did we go over yesterday? Fatality.
Video. The video.
And what were the takeaways from that video?
You safe so you go home?
I know that. Home for the holidays, yeah. Remember I asked for pictures? Can you guys get those in by Monday, possibly?
Yeah.
You won't have any? None?
Unless we make a copy of one.
Yeah, we can do that, or if you have a
No email.
no email? Okay, yeah, we can make a copy of one too. But, just so we can make that collage. If we can do it by Monday, then we can get it up. I didn't really put a.
You gonna be here tomorrow?
I'll be here tomorrow too. We'll both be here, having fun.
Alright, so today we're gonna go over a VAR that happened earlier this week. Jeff, since you're here, do you wanna kind of explain what happened?
Pulled in a lot late because of the weather. Didn't see the car when I pulled in because we were behind the snowbank. And searched the container and I backed out, was going back out in the rusher, but traffic was too heavy. So I didn't make sure I had enough clearance. Because I seen the car in the mirror later. And I tried to pull out and my tail swing and I ended up getting the tag axle that up front end. I didn't even realize it did. Went on the route and the next thing, they came down and talked to me. They couldn't even find anything right away.
Yeah, if you see, the impact was on the tag axle on the passenger side. So what happens when you take a sharp left turn? What happens to your visibility in the mirrors? Your blind spot. Once you get that swing, right?
Swing, yeah.
So what do we need to compensate for? What does a vehicle that has a lot of distance past your rear axle have a tendency of having?
Tail swing.
It's got a tail swing.
You gotta compensate for that.
Yep. Because it creates that blind spot once you get turned, and then it drags across because it pivots. So that tail swing is a really big deal. How do we eliminate that as a hazard?
Make sure there's enough clearance.
Yep. How do you do that?
Can't see it, get on and check, make sure you're far enough away before you pull, you know. You're gonna be concentrating on what's in front of you. So you wanna make sure the side's clear enough. And you go far enough up. Or else pull the opposite way.
Pull the opposite way.
There you go, yeah.
We always want to try to go away from steer or fixed objects. And a car can be a fixed object or a dynamic object because it can move all the time, right? You can always have someone out in the car that decides to pull out. That's why we need to be cognizant of that. Make sure that in a situation like that, what else do we have? It's a routine breaker, right?
Yeah.
So what do we need to do when we have a routine breaker?
So try and break it on, just give me a breath. Yeah, well,
Reset.
Focus, reset.
Very good.
that one was wore out, I think.
Yep.
Push the button.
So, what do you suppose some of the takeaways on this are? I know I handed them out, but. Of this
Hauler call it?
Yeah, there's a hauler call, but he was able to service the container all right.
I don't, I mean, when we get there later, I mean, that's the bad thing, is you have traffic, you can back out of it, because it's really kind of corner up, right?
Yeah. I don't know, I would have opened and trash had it already by that time then.
But
Taking it.
Why would it have been good for you to, when you did your 3-point turnaround, to turn towards where the car was at?
Because then I would have been able to see it on the right hand side.
You'd have been able to.
I've been able to see it, because there was nothing else but that one car over there.
And when we're talking about creating space, a good standard to keep is the same thing that we have at the landfill. What is our landfill standard?
10 feet between vehicles.
Yep. So if you have to pull next to a vehicle and you only have a foot or two and you're gonna swing over, you know that you're too close.
wanna make sure you're past it, look it back before you turn it,
Yeah.
that would help.
And that's a short parking lot, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a tough parking lot.
Mhm.
That's why we need to just really weigh the decisions of what we do. What are the takeaways of our conversation?
Mindful of the tailspin. Give yourself enough clearance.
Watch your surroundings.
Watch you do that site assessment, yeah. Anything else?
What time of the day was that?
It was 7:17 AM.
When I got there, she got in there at 6 something.
Right?
But that snow pile was built up, when I first came in, I was watching a guy coming with a broom too. So I was making sure that he got out of the way before I could get in there, that's where I missed seeing that car. I've seen how them guys broom that stuff, they don't watch very well.
So one of the other takeaways I wanted to try to probe for, what do we have for conversations last week over the last comments for both days of Friday and Saturday? Remember what I had printed out for you guys?
Site assessment.
It's routine breakers. What we do with routine breakers.
Reset.
Gotta actually stop, hold that parking brake.
Find a safe spot.
You know? Yeah.
Reset.
And that would have been a safe spot to just get out and reset, because you're in a parking lot. But it's, you know, hindsight is 20/20. So we need to go forward and make sure that we're using the tools that we share to make sure it doesn't happen anymore. Okay? Let's have a safe day.
That's when we get back on the prayer day. That's when you, where we got back.